ship builders platform. We're not going to be able to come out all in one day. So we're going to talk about the second priority and the third priority. The second priority and concern is our Second Amendment right, which is the constitutional right to bear arms. Okay? When this government was created, they knew who they were dealing with. And 90% of the folks who signed up on the Constitution were slave owners, property owners. They weren't everyday working people. So you had people like Ben Franklin and Adams and Thomas Jefferson, who was a slave owner. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, when you look at it, everybody got a last name that's got the last name of a plantation their ass was on that. Mm-hmm. All right. I came out of the Evans plantation. And they got a mountain here in Colorado called Mount Evans, who was named after a white boy who was an Indian killer and a slave owner out here in the West. All right. And that's how they celebrate their history, their culture. They name it out of the most notorious human beings and uncivilized folks that you will ever be known in the history of mankind. See? Here's mankind. And see, we have a problem with redeeming our folks who aren't necessarily considered kosher. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know no black man or black woman who has ever been a mass killer ever that was organized and supported by the government. He ain't killed nobody. And the Nation of Islam ain't no sense of telling about it. You know what I'm saying? They never shot or went by a Ku Klux Klan rally. Their focus has been on the internal dynamics of our people with this understanding that they're as nonviolent as you are, and if you touch someone from the Nation of Islam, that'll be the last time you do that, because they're going to take you out. Period. Under self-defense. So we have this right, but now we got to be real clear. Second Amendment wasn't about you having no guns so you can go hunting and fishing and bullshitting around. It was to prepare you to fight for your right for a democratic government. And that was to be used against the government and all of its auxiliary militias and Minutemen and woody-woody-wop, and you have the right to kill them. Not wound them, kill them. Because that's who they are. They didn't wound no indigenous people. They killed them and then took the land at gunpoint. What no negotiation. So we got to be real clear about it. So we have all the tools. And because this gun thing is serious now, and this is a very powerful tool. All right. So you got to know how to maintain it, how to operate it, how to use it. And that's what they call gun control. That is safely contained, and you use it in a manner for which the situation is required. If they killing you, then you need to be killing them. Not praying, not marching. They ain't marching on you. They ain't protesting you. They come out with the gun and they make you move, Jack. Because it's life or death, because they're serious about maintaining this order here. All right? They got to have it because of unorganized, crazy place where people living is not a place that's inducement for investment. Ain't nobody going to invest in a neighborhood that's burning down and folks are shooting each other. Why would I do that? Ain't no sense in putting no McDonald's up in there. Ain't nobody coming to eat the burger, even if it's 15 cents on the menu. Because people have a sense of value, so they don't want to go through all of that. So in this right to bear arms, there must be gun control, which means that you got to treat this like you would do any other thing, like a car. You just don't get in the car and drive without no driver's license and you just gone. No, you have to learn how to operate it. There's an operating manual. You have to learn how to drive. You have to master the concepts. You have to be able to read the road signs on down the road. The same thing with a gun. It has to be organized. All right? And it's not for everybody. Folks who want it, get it. But it has to be organized. All right? And folks that don't. You know, take it to Jesus, pray, take it to Supreme Court, take it to lawyers. I guarantee it's going to be out of the fact because you'll be doing it on behalf of somebody that's already dead. See? And so it's not about dying for our rights to live as human beings. You got to be willing to address your enemy in the mentality. So now you can bring it if you want to, all right? Legal or illegal, it don't matter. My life don't know the difference when it comes to you killing me, Jack. And so I will take the risk with 12 jurors, and you can take the 6 pallbearers. Period. It just works like that. So we have no more understanding, no more mercy, none of that, because we must have an organized army. Just like you got one, we got one. Just like in Vietnam, you had what you had, they had what they had, and they had none of that technology. They had a bowl of rice, a slingshot, and a straw hat with a pair of tennis shoes. I'm talking about real. And they wasn't Converse. They wasn't Nike. They were like them Skeeters, the Skechers. You know what I'm saying? Or a pair of thongs and some straw shoes. All right, but they day long, all day long, and we have to have something as equal to that or better, so that hey, you got more guns, no problem. You know what I'm saying? You got one. That means I got to take yours from you, Jack. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. You know, that's easy. Here, give him a cup of coffee and a bag of donuts, Jack, and tell him to have lunch on me. And while he's eating that, put it on his ass. See? Put it on his ass. But you have to be able to defend yourself, not only with your hands, through the martial arts, but you have to know how to way that you can get away with it. Getting caught don't mean shit. That's no planning whatsoever. If you're planning on getting caught, then no, sit your ass down. You're giving us a bad goddamn name. I'm talking about for real. All right, don't you do shit about what we do. You stick with that civilian shit. You go do a protest. You go write a book. You set up a book study. You do all of that non-busting the great shit because you just ain't for it. This ain't for you. This is for straight up folks who had enough, and they're willing to get busy with it. And ain't no fear, because at this point, we tried everything except straight up revolutionary warfare. So they ain't just about declaring the war. You got to be about it. You got to be about it. So instead of walking around with spare change in your pocket, you need to put bullets in your pocket and pass them out and give folks hope. See, that we ain't playing with you no more. So I ain't got no more spare change. If you want a cigarette, I ain't got none. I got a book for you. That'll get you to an idea of finding a gun, to learn how to do it. And we're training folks to do that on the down low. And we ain't advertising shit. We're just doing it. So you can bring your motherfucking ass up in here if you want to. I want you to. See, I want you to. You want civil war? Guess what? You were losing the civil war in the North until they gave black people the gun. Then the goddamn war was over in 6 months because we highly motivated Jack. We was getting medals for shooting crackers. Then, now guess what we're gonna give you this time? We might just give you a gold pen and a watch. Something that you can take to the pawn shop. You know what I'm saying? So Second Amendment right, you got that one. So now you got to exercise your rights. All right? Learn how to use that tool so that when you need it, you already understand what you need to do with it. Don't be trying to catch up, because the day that they come and they're gonna be there, Lord, you come out here and you think a prayer gonna answer it, and all of a sudden, boom, it ain't gonna happen, bro. You'll be dead. Praying for something that you could have did. And teach your children how to operate that so that they're safe. So you don't have to worry about your kids in school if there's a shootout. They already know how to work with that with their hands and things to disarm whatever that is and chop, chop, chop. And get it before the police get there, because you're right there. You got to stop it on the spot they contact. So your kids need to know how to defend their life. Any parent that doesn't want their children to learn how to defend their life, especially when you're not going to be there all the time with them to do that, is criminal. It's criminal. See? It ain't no sense in having no children that's going to be aborted by the enemy. No, they have to feel secure and protected, and the only way is because they know how to do it for themselves. So we got to teach that, so that if you need it, you got it. and you learn the discipline on how to do that in a way that's human. See? Because I'm telling you right now, right? If the Vietnamese people can do it on a bowl of rice and a hat, we can do it with a baseball hat and a bowl of chitlins, Jack. And it'll be on. And if you can eat chitlins, you can eat your enemy. You can eat anything. So kill him, eat it. Hey, what can I say? So, ready for the revolution.
Yeah, I just wanted to send some shouts out to our YouTube fans that told me to let us know if it's still going in and out, fam. And shouts out to our brother Willie C. Holman. Shouts out to our brother Carl King. Let me tell y'all about this brother, man. Yeah. This brother, you know, we have the Unity community, and this brother donated the land to us to redevelop it, and then later on he got in on the business to help us redevelop it. So, you know, this brother is a great brother. You know, if you see him on the street, pat him on the back. If you see him on the Facebook and the YouTube, let him know he's a great brother, and he is one of the reasons. He is my co-founder of Unity Community, and he is the one that I got the dream started, but this brother provided the land, so we wouldn't be nowhere without him. So let's give him another round of applause. Our brother Paul. I see you, bro. I see you out there. So yeah, so definitely, and shoot, my brother Sekou went into. I forgot where I was at, but yeah. But yeah, so next up we got our brother General D in the war room. So we break y'all off. General D.
What's going on, Denver? Denver, Colorado, all hail to the Dark Ops. Gonna slow it down a little bit this week. I know we've been kind of fast tracking a lot of y'all and a lot of information. It's a lot going on right now in the world. But what we want to do is just make sure all our family is good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is duly prepared. You know, that you check, making sure your mental state is good, that you're making sure your children are good, and not rushing them back off into schools and stuff like that. This is a full militant move. Like, everything we do is about executing the right moves to make it back home. Every move you make every day is a survival move. And, so the topic of the day is, how will you prep to survive? Everything we talk about, from the political side to things that are happening on the streets, all the way up to Walsenburg, all of this is about a survival movement. If you don't understand what a prep community is, it is just that. It's a community that takes no shit and will do everything in its power to survive. That's it. And if you're talking about, well, we don't have to go far-fetched events. We can do normal stuff like a blackout, power outage, civil unrest. I mean, there are things that will send us into the dark ages, and starting with this election. Either person that wins, it's going to be an issue. And you have to understand that. If you don't have just enough food and water for 3-4 days up to a week, that could be an issue, right? Those of you with small children, you're not mentally prepared, let alone physically prepared, tangibly prepared for the items and the knowledge that you would need to even get out of your city and off your block. I could bet I could catch more than half of you people at the nearest Walmart if some shit went down today. I could catch the other half of you people running to your grandmother's house where you ain't gonna have no protection anyway. So the point of all the talks and all these brothers up on here talking and all the sisters that call in and General Melly Queen, they're trying to tell you that everything that you're doing has been done. So try something you ain't never done, which is being part of a full prep community. A full prep community. The people you train with are very important. Those might be the same people that you might be surviving with. Making sure you got enough food, water, shelter options. your protection and your medical supplies. I mean, this is important shit that you should have access to on a daily basis, let alone studying it and researching it and knowing what it takes to use those items. Vehicles and property, like we talked about Carl King, from King Ranch. That was one of our missing pieces between this movement was some land. That's why things are coming together kind of quick. GTAC coming together. Dark Op agents have somewhere to train. You have people building shipping container homes. You have different amenity projects coming together. You have a land development project going on. I mean, it's coming together. So you have to ask yourself how you want to survive. You want to be on a YouTube and watch it come to your front door. You want to be out the way. You want to be headed to the club when it happens. Cool. The point is, are you prepared and are you looking to be prepared? So that's what we do at Walsenburg. This is what we do out there. We're looking to prepare to survive, and we still looking for prep community members. This is somewhere we want people to be there. There's a long lease out there. And that's why I'm gonna leave y'all with today as far as the agenda. Just understand about survival and what it's gonna be taking just to survive itself. Are you ready? Your homework still continues, man. Get on those documentaries that we left y'all with in the last few builds, in the last few episodes, which is Fall Cabal 1 through 10, those episodes, and make sure you also look at Above Majestic. Those of you who have already looked into Fall Cabal and you're kind of up to speed, change that search engine to DuckDuckGo. I got quite a few people also still calling in about the student loans. Just keep checking on them from week to week, every other month or something like that. And make sure you're clearing your credit through Experian. Just do Experian, and you will not have to worry about going over to TransUnion or Equifax. It will take care of all three of those for you. We do got a couple shout outs tonight before I get off. I want to give much love to Mile High News, Unity Community for sure. You got a King Ranch for sure. A few of our other sponsors like GTAC Range, Bullwhack Industries, our training corps for our instructors, Badass Holsters, Exquisite Tactical. Much love to all the QAnons on the Q, General Melody Queen. And just understand, man, you guys got to get ready to emerge from the dark. Make sure you're staying safe and you're keeping your guns ready. You can catch those women who are going to be at that silent women's march this weekend. Dark Ops agents will be guarding and doing the martial walk with you women, just in case some of you are wondering about the security options out there at the march this weekend. And that's all we got for you this week. I am your Dark Ops General D.
Shouts out to our top fan, brother Woo Godman. He said, he's saying, be careful because there is the ratification of 16th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, federal income tax passed by Congress on July 2nd, 1909, and ratified February 3rd, 1913. The 16th Amendment established Congress's right to impose a federal income tax. So, yeah, definitely. Shout out to our brother Keith X.
Yeah.
Yes. Parker Stokes Mental Health Foundation supports Mile High News. Thank you, sir. Definitely. Shouts out to all the people. So I'm trying to keep in touch with y'all and see who's all doing that because I wanted to holler at my peoples.
Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, we here.
General,
We here tonight,
let
man.
us know. Shoot some questions.
Holler at us.
Militia questions, training questions, Walsenburg questions, Unity Community questions.
So before we do that, we want to bring our brother Che up for tangibles and the protests going on in the city council. So, brother Che.
Thank you, family. Thank you all those that's tuning in. YouTube world, Facebook world. What it do? We out here. We doing the damn thing. And this is the decade and the year that we are demanding our tangibles, which is rightfully ours and owed to us. So I just want to update y'all on what's going on with the whole tangibles 2020 situation and what's going on with the reparations. and the other things the brother just alluded to. So we gotta remain focused, family, no matter what is going on. We gotta stay focused. Don't get distracted and bamboozled by the selection that is coming up in November. Neither one of these parties nor candidates is going to do a damn thing for foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery, those that built this country. Not a damn thing. So we should completely drop out of it, withhold our vote until our tangibles are met, and let these parties feel what we felt for the past 400 years. The Democrats are done. If you're still rooting for Biden, you are clueless. This dude's been in government for damn near 50 years. He's responsible for the 1994 crime bill, which locked up millions of Black people, especially Black men. So, family, you ain't got nothing coming on either side. Trump has already showed his hand. He already let us know. But on the low, he's seemingly doing stuff for us. But still, not tangibles. Reparations, family, stay focused. If they're not talking about reparations, land reform, giving us something that we can actually work with, don't participate in it, family. Let them know enough is enough of this shit. You're not gonna keep killing us and think you're gonna get away with it and think we're gonna continue to participate in this corrupt, wicked ass system of politics. And politics is an exchange, not a gift, family. We gotta stop letting these must take our vote for granted. If you're gonna vote for something, vote for an agenda, vote for tangibles. Don't just vote because somebody look like you, because they might not think like you. They might not come from the same background as you. So stay focused, family. We gotta do for self, as all the people on the show tonight have alluded to. We gotta do for self. Enough is enough of this. But if you're gonna participate in this politics, demand some tangibles. Seriously. So I got an update on what we are actually demanding. I'm just gonna give you a little taste of it because it's gonna be a lot to digest. But there's a Reparations Act from last year. And it says, if you are not racist, prove it. So this is for all our so-called allies, and they like to say, even though Dr. Hendrick Clark told us, we ain't got no allies, we ain't got no friends, family, we all we got. So if you're not racist, then prove it. The Black American descendants of slaves, also known as foundational Black Americans, are demanding tangible reparations as a corrective action from the colonizers and current tenants of the land known as North America, USA, for the enslavement of our ancestors, resulting in free labor and maldistribution of wealth and resources. If you are a non-Black American descendant of slaves, or a non-foundational Black person, or you are classified as white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Indian, or Native American, and you are not racist, then prove it. If you choose to not participate in this corrective action, you are just as guilty as the founding fathers and are participating in withholding a system of white supremacy. If you choose to uphold the system of white supremacy, you are racist and you are practicing racism, period. So just a few things. Landowners, sign over 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre, or more. Building owners, commercial property, home, apartment, condo tenants are to issue discounted rent or lease, or to foundational Black Americans tenants pay no rent or lease for occupancy. So you got to give it up. Prisons and jails, release immediately foundational Black Americans being held for nonviolent offenses, especially cocaine, marijuana, and pay a restitution minimum of $1,000 per day spent in jail or prison. Judges are to immediately stop sentencing nonviolent crimes and dismiss any cases All cases of false accusations are to be immediately dismissed and all charges dropped. All records are wiped clean of felons and misdemeanor non-violent and false charges. All prisons and in jail, private or public, are to pay a minimum of $10 million a year for the next 500 years to Foundational Black Americans for compensation of free or cheap modern day slavery. All companies that benefited from the labor are to pay $10 million a year for the next 500 years. Letters via email will be sent to all institutions involved in this atrocity. So in other words, family, we want what the hell is rightfully ours. We need to free our political prisoners. And enough is enough for this madness. We're done talking. So the talking is up. Like the brother was saying, we need to start creating our own prep communities. And we need to do for self, family. We need to stop asking for a handout and go ahead and go get it. Because it's ours for the taking, family. 500 years of terror is coming to an end, and we're going to help usher it in. But this is a generational fight. This ain't just going to be no overnight shit. This ain't no Hollywood shit. This is real life shit. So either you're going to get down or lay down. But we done talking. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Definitely. I don't know what happened to my little cousin. Where you at, cousin? You want me to call you back?
Hey, what was the price on that reparations act that they were asking for?
Oh, man. 900 sextillion. Do you know how many zeros that is in? That's like 20 plus zeros.
That didn't even sound like a number. So yeah, what up, fam? So I'm just want to end it off by saying, let's stick to it. Let's this year was supposed to be the year that we fight, but this year is the year I think that we're going to find out that we're going to need to fight. Because a lot of people don't think that we do, fam. This is going to be the year I think of war. And a lot of people don't look like it. A lot of people don't think like that at all. They're just not, man, we are in the news every day. And not for good stuff. We either dying, getting beat, mistreated, or, just like we got the brother Phil. What's his name? Phil, he's on Phil and Vice show on YouTube. The Diaspora Network. And this guy, every day there's always a different Karen that's coming on, or there's a different, somebody, man, they are showing us. They don't want us around, And, maybe back in the day, integration was the thing to do. I don't believe we should have ever did, and even Martin Luther King himself didn't believe that he should have did that, and he came to realize that, before he died. But, we need to get away, family. How many people is going to take to keep on dying?
It's almost like, you go on that vacation and then you never go home. It's because you set it up the way you wanted it to, you planned it. You got the rental car, the house, the Airbnb, the hotel you wanted. You ate the food you wanted it, and now all of a sudden you got to go home back to reality, right? And you're always kicking yourself in the tail, looking at plan that next vacation when you could really plan your life vacation. Plan your community, plan with the people, plan in your household, strategize for the bigger picture. Because if not, you're gonna steady vacation somebody else's lifestyle, the way somebody else, another community wants you to live and vacate, and you're gonna go back to reality, kicking yourself in the tail every time.
Every time.
That's an interesting analogy.
Right. So I'm just gonna open the page up to everybody, to all my correspondents, and to all the people on that. Like, what up?
What it do?
What it do? We're here for a little minute. We're gonna chill with y'all. Family.
What I've been noticing, bro? I've been noticing not everybody out there is asleep. And that there's more Black consciousness going around now than ever before. Like you said earlier in your introduction, brother, about this election coming up.
Mhm.
You know, and Biden putting you back to sleep and Trump giving you more hell. And I seen it happen. You know, when George W. Bush was president, you know, there was a lot of protests. There was a lot of activity around anti-war stuff. People didn't want the country to go to war. They wanted to get the country out of war, so to speak. So there was a lot of protesting everywhere in front of the White House in Washington, D.C. all the time. Then when Obama became president, all these people that was protesting just kind of chilled. You know, it wasn't no big major anti-war protest, even though Obama, he got a Nobel Peace Prize for nothing. Like, Obama bombed more countries than Bush did.
Yep.
Murdered
Chick Hillary
American
was working with
citizens.
this, the little water woman, Hillary.
Yeah, and set up this whole false Arab Spring thing where they just toppled leaders that they didn't like Gaddafi
That World Bank.
and dude in Egypt and different places in the Arab world and put their people in power. You know what I'm saying? All of that happened under Obama, and people were scared to call Obama out. And the few people that was calling Obama out, like myself, was being told,
And us.
was told, hey, shut up. You know, just let the brother do what he got to do. Oh, this is his first term. He can't do everything in the first term. Wait till the second term. Okay, the second term come along. How come he ain't doing nothing? Brother, you just can't. You got to wait. You got to be patient, this and that. And then we got Trump. Now you might get 4 more years in Trump. You know, and it don't make no difference who, Democrat or Republican, black folks is catching hell. Remember, all of these police killings and white vigilante killings started when Obama was in office. And Obama wouldn't address the shit. So now it then blew up to where it is right now. And Trump is using this to get elected. He's like, you want more riots in the street? Vote for Joe. You know, so white folks is like, man, you know.
You don't vote for him. You ain't black.
Yeah, you ain't, you know what I'm
I
saying?
still can't believe that.
Yeah, they
I
said.
can't believe y'all even let him get away with it. There should have been a mass outcry and uproar for that.
And that fool said that he didn't want his kids in schools without
Yeah. But what did he call them? Terrorists? Or what did he say in that little thing?
too much for me.
Yeah, man, but all of that, a lot of black folks, older black folks, and, you know, shea butter black folks too, that's hooked in with the Democratic Party, is like, we'll take all of that just to get Trump out of office.
Right.
You
Then you
what I'm
ask them
saying?
what did Trump do wrong to you? It take them a minute.
Yeah, they can't think of
It'll
nothing.
take them a minute.
They can't, man, niggas is like crazy, man. It's like last week, Ruth Bader Ginsburg died.
Yeah.
And black people is all like putting rest in peace RBG. The red,
RBG.
the red, the black, and the green.
That's RBG.
Bro, and not only that, they don't even know
You better
this.
pronounce her
this
own
woman-
name.
This
when
woman
you
was
use
under indictment for one. You see what I'm saying? And here we go again with folks not doing the research on the folks that they're trying to uplift and support. So
Yeah, but white folks told them, oh, this is a hero to the women's movement and
Key
gender
phrase.
equality.
white folks told them.
Right.
When
When somebody gets killed in France, white folks tell you to put the French thing on your Facebook thing. Or the
Black
British
out your
thing.
shit or white out your shit.
And they do it. Even the ones that's talking about their conscience.
Yeah.
Even the ones that's talking about, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's deep, man, because like right here in Denver, to squelch the protest, man, they didn't arrested several of the, you know, leaders of the protest on the Elijah McClain protest. And they did that out in Arapahoe County, man, to really break the protest. But they not breaking the protest, they causing more protests. They could stop the protest tomorrow if they would just arrest the police officers. A police officer just got killed.
They don't want to stop it.
Yeah.
And you know what kind of protests I would like to see? Like this one in California been popping off. This protest against all the sex traffickers.
Nice.
Oh yeah, now, that's where it needs to be.
Now, You want to see some black folks, white folks, Latinos, Asians really spill out in the streets? What's up with the protest for the babies?
That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
What about
You
that
know
one?
what I'm saying? I interviewed Tupac's mother briefly back in 2003. She came, 2005. She came to Denver and spoke at Auraria campus. And she spoke about Tupac and she spoke about her time in the Panther Party. But when she ended her speech, she talked about saving the children. And she's like, man, our children are in danger. I think a lot of people are like, what is she talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? But now,
You know, say so
15
much,
years later,
you know.
they trying to ban you off of Facebook and other social media if you put hashtag save the children.
Mhm.
You know, because they so busy gobbling up and exploiting the kids. Let Nova back in. They so busy gobbling up and exploiting the kids out there, man. They don't want to bring no light to that. It's a bunch of wicked shit going on in the United States of America. It's no coincidence that the stuff with George Floyd, all of the protests and the rioting and stuff happened in the middle of a damn pandemic.
Just to see.
In the middle of a pandemic. In the middle of the time where they trying to cut off paper money. Like all of this stuff with the corona, the in-home schooling, the not taking paper money. Like you go to certain places, they don't even take paper money, man. You
Very
gotta have a
strategic
card.
move right now.
Yeah, so
It's a
they
big
planning,
global move.
they are not letting any type of crisis go to waste. We was talking about politics earlier. People understanding politics and the meaning of politics and stuff like that. Go back to The Godfather Part 3, where the young boy, Michael Corleone, sent the young boy to go talk to the Pope and the Pope, all these finance ministers and stuff. And the dude said, you know, Don Lucchese, I don't understand money and finance and politics. Dude said, do you understand guns? Dude said, yes. He said, finance is a gun. Politics is knowing when to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? That's if I didn't get nothing else out of Godfather 3, that was the one line in the movie that I remember. Because that's what they do to black folks. They got finances, the gun, and right on November 4th, they're about to pull the trigger on the politics, which is going to dictate who gets these funds and finances. And we know black people is on the bottom of the barrel. You know, I was just out in LA, man, a couple of days ago. And I went to Nips Memorial and stuff. And the brothers out there, man, they had the whole block in front of the Marathon sold up with brothers hustling on the street selling Nipsey pictures, T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? They had the whole shebang bang out there. You know what I'm saying? And the brothers, man, every couple of blocks I seen brothers with little tents selling masks or, you know, whatever they were selling out there, man, trying to create some income for themselves. More than I've ever seen out in LA. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, I think locally, man, we gotta just support other black people. There's all kind of black people out here with businesses out there, and that if with a little bit of research, you can research and find a black business that will provide you better and more quality service than a lot of these white places that you're messing with.
And there's a flip side to that too. You black business owners, take pride in your customer service and your product.
Right.
Just because you're a black business owner with a product or a black product to resell, don't mean you worth that dollar. Be worth the dollar though.
Speak on
Yeah.
it.
But
You know
I'm
what I'm
talking,
saying?
I'm talking about the ones that is worth.
Yeah, I mean that's always gonna be the point,
qualities
bro.
and-
But I'm saying,
and have quality products.
but they get drowned out by the people yelling in the background, like, "Well, I got a black business too. Y'all don't support me." Well, we get that, but be at those black events, spend that money on them black money to get in them black events and be a vendor. Stop complaining about discounts. Get that good product out. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that, but we do
Right.
plenty of events with a lot of good black companies and businesses.
But
But
that's what the
There's
Latino got going on.
yeah, but we have to also talk to the ones who don't do good black business.
Right,
take pride in it.
right. And
It's
the
like,
ones
it's
that
like
don't,
Dr. Claude Anderson said, like, and you know, when you find a bad black business, just go to them and let them know. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
They're like,
bash
hey man, your server, your waiter, she didn't do me right, bro. I'm trying to support. Like, can you correct that for me? You know what I'm saying? Just don't say, oh, you know, fuck them, and then go tell everybody, oh, this is a bad black business.
All on social media.
You
Don't
know
do it like
what
that.
you know what we go through as a people, fam. So,
every day that you go to McDonald's, man, you get bad service.
Period.
Every
Period.
single time.
Period.
Black
Really?
folks,
Wow.
we
I ain't been to McDonald's in a
we
long
will
time.
we will go to white businesses, food, Popeyes, McDonald's, churches, pizza. We'll deal with them all the time, and almost every time they'll mess up your order
Yeah.
or do something, and you still go back to them.
You right.
And they don't care.
So, yeah, so you know it's difficult. Like having a black business, and particularly restaurants. You know, cooking food is sort of like painting a picture or playing jazz. You ain't gonna do it the same way every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even if they do got bad service or business, like the brother said, go to them and talk to them about their bad service or business, but still spend your money.
That's like my wife. She'll tell her like, hey, she had an attitude. Can you just go talk to her? And my wife, that she wouldn't even want them fired or nothing. Just talk to them and let them know what you're trying to do. And then, if they still continue, and let them know, like, hey, I will, stop your business here because
But
you
black
make black
folks,
businesses look bad.
If you go to a black business and you got a bad attitude or service, or they didn't put your hush puppies in the bag, forgot them, I ain't never going back there again.
Yeah.
But you go to McDonald's,
You go right to McDonald's, buy some fries,
you order something.
slowly killing you.
But that's what I'm saying. It starts with educating, and then we got to educate them on this platform too. It's the same way. Like you don't lose them, but
if you see somebody black that got a product, man, buy the product. It was a brother that came in the club the other day. He had like sketch little Tupac pictures, Nipsey pictures, all that kind of stuff. I didn't need the picture. I just bought one from him just because he was hustling some pictures. And he had drew some pictures and whatever. He was just selling for $10. He had the little frame for him, everything.
Right.
And I just supported the brother. I got plenty of Tupac and Nipsey posters, pictures, but I just wanted to support the brother, man. And that's kind of the mindset. Tomorrow I'm going out to on Tower Road. It's a brother to be over there by the Dollar Tree out on Tower Road. And he got a restaurant called Buffalo Bills or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's been all over Facebook.
Across the street? Tower.
It's like Tower and Green Valley Ranch and Tower, like right over there.
There y'all go right there.
And he got like a little mobile restaurant. Go support. I heard the brother's stuff is absolutely delicious. And we should support them people, man. And the Jamaican joint just opened up in Mount Bello. The Jamaican Grill where Trina was there. You go in there and get the jerk chicken.
I just told my people about that too.
They got the oxtails, they got the ackee fish and salt fish.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? They got the pates, you know what I'm saying? Go in there and spend some money with them. That's the best way we can do some black empowerment is by either starting a black business or supporting other black businesses.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be the only way. That's group economics. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only,
everybody else does it but us.
That's the only thing that's keeping it. Man, the Latinos here is under a lot of fire too. I ain't talking about the Latinos that was born in the United States. I'm talking about the ones that ain't got their paperwork together and they illegal over here. But they keep their thing together because they got their economy. They going to spend money with their people every single day.
And they people make sure they're under the radar. They don't be complaining about no discounts and bad stuff. You think they don't go to other little Mexican restaurants and they don't like the food and they got bad service? They're like, okay, cool. Just go to the next one.
They go to a different one. Or they keep supporting the same one.
Just tell them what they issue.
Repeat the name of that business. Repeat the name of that business.
Which one?
Buffalo.
It's called Buffalo Soldiers.
And then
Buffalo Soldiers.
Green Valley, then Jamaican,
And it's
Yeah, we had the Mile High News Business of the Week, but like I said before, we get a lot of bad press, so a lot of people don't want to
go down there and
associate
support
themselves.
Brother Ron
with us,
too,
but
because he
yeah.
needs some support.
Still support, man. Still give it up because this is what their aim is. Their aim in this pandemic is towards us. Like here in Denver, a lot of pillars in the community are about to close. You know what I'm saying? Because or have closed.
Don't move to Atlanta and Texas because it's more black folks and more businesses. Support your ones here.
Support your ones.
I hear y'all complain every week. I'm going here. I'm going there. Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can. But you can also stay here and build.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly why we're doing Unity Community, because our plan, our aim, our goal is to have housing and businesses. You know what I'm saying? To where you don't even have to go out of that community. Now that's where wealth is built. That's how wealth is built
Now, who's
throughout
doing that for
races
you?
and nations. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Jews do. Do you see the Jews or the Asians or anybody going out, rock the vote? Go get up and let's go vote. They don't give a fuck because they are already intact. Their systems are ready. So it don't matter if Donald Trump, it don't matter if Hillary, it don't matter if anybody getting office. They should straight. That's how we should be.
The cartel gives a fuck who the president is.
Hell no.
They pull up on the president like, what did you say?
For real.
You put who in jail? Get him out of jail.
And it's just so sad until we figure that out, family. We're gonna see more Breonna Taylors.
Ain't no black.
We're gonna see more Tamir Rices. We're gonna see more Philandos. You know what I'm saying? Until we get that together, we are gonna see the killing of our people. And the only way it's not gonna happen is when we separate ourselves and then dare motherfuckers come do that shit on our land and to us. It's like I keep on saying, I don't know any other answer besides let's go ahead and pick up the gun, like they say, or let's separate ourselves and get some peace and harmony within just us. A lot of people think that Mile High News or that we just hate white people or down with whitey. It's nothing like that. It's just that we just don't really care. And I'm speaking for myself. We just don't really care about what you're doing. We're going through our own problems. Y'all don't have no problems. You're white. What problems you got? Honestly, to compare with ours. And that goes for Hispanics, Latinos, too, Irish people. We don't care about your problems because we got our own.
White people got problems. They get forced to wear masks.
Right now, they look at Chapo.
I'm sorry, y'all. Dang.
White people.
The fuck out of
White people going through a lot of shit. They get forced to wear masks. White women that's really damn caring.
This is the first time in history when white folks is mad at white folks because white folks is suppressing other white folks. It's attached to niggas.
It's a civil war.
If you have white folks attached to a nigga, you might be on the radar too.
Hey, if white folks have to deal with
look, Nelly said, look at El Chapo. He ain't scared.
one guy.
He wish a motherfucker would run up.
See what happened when they took his son? They tore the whole city up.
Our brother Quincy Baskett says, destroy the Negro child to keep them from becoming functioning adults. And that's the main thing right there.
But y'all trying to send them back to school already because they bad as fuck, huh? Imagine what their teachers is going through. But you keep telling them that, bro, because they need to understand.
I think black folks need to keep their kids at home and homeschool them.
Period.
Hey, actually, man, my son, he's doing the best that he did in school while he's at home. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the best that he did almost ever in school because, he got that right focus. And, he got me behind the scenes saying, my teacher don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
or it goes this way.
But think about all of the distractions you got going to school. You got peer pressure, what boy or girl.
Start with just getting dressed
in
the morning.
Yeah, getting dressed. What am I going to wear? Kids picking on you. Transportation there, this and that. If you got the computer there and you can just study, you can just study. Your kid probably doing better because he focused in on studying. When you at school, you sitting in the classroom, you clowning with the other kids, you ain't even paying attention to the damn teacher.
Yeah.
So, you can flip that for your own well-being and put your own curriculum in there and teach them yourself.
And who was the one person they were scared of coming to school anyway? You.
Yeah.
So you get in that corner, walking down the hallway, cracking that door open, gonna do it good anyway. You see what I'm saying? I love it. Like,
Man, I
my
done
son
went
do
to-
his thing on his
I done
school.
went to school with parents about their kids and stuff. I used to do a lot of school advocacy work with parents, like intermediary work with the parents in the schools and stuff, and like solving conflicts, like them suspending black kids and stuff. I would go talk to the principal.
Yeah.
With the man, we were working in some of these schools and to principal, teachers be scared. They be like threatening to call the police on the parents and everything.
You can't even meet with the parents no more. Remember, you used to meet with the
Bro,
parents.
when
of
we
the
see
other
home
kid?
and we see
All
Brother
of them.
Willie,
Nope.
thank you for your support, brother. Yeah, man, it's getting crazy, and you know we need to really come up with a plan, and let's do something about it.
And that's one of the things that'll come out of a prep community. Somebody's gonna attach themselves to them kids and them teenagers and be like, I can teach them. You see what I'm saying? The curriculum now
That's
comes out of the community that's saying, yeah, let's start with our original history. Start from there.
Man, 100 years ago in New York, state of New York, or Connecticut, one of them places, Jews tried to go to the beach, and white people said, ain't no dogs, niggas, or Jews allowed in the country club, on the beach, whatever. And them Jews, they didn't have no march, they didn't do no demonstration. They put their money together and bought a beach.
What the hell? Exactly.
Exclusive Jewish beach. They still got them to this day. To this day. You know what I'm saying? When they didn't want them in certain neighborhoods and stuff, they just went and bought their own neighborhood with their own grocery stores, their own funeral
Look at
parlors,
South Park Hill,
their own, yeah.
Alameda, and Monaco.
Yeah. And like brother was saying before integration, black people was forced to do all of that. They had to do all of that. So they were more prosperous.
And that's why I don't want
to
to say I'm a Trump fan, but like I said, I do hope Trump, you know what I'm saying, gets back in. So we can keep this on. Because maybe it might just force y'all to say, hey man, shit, what are we gonna do now? You know, Trump about to, you know, make us take some vaccines. So let's, you know, we're gonna have to be forced together, just like we were in slavery.
If it's Trump or them other people, they're gonna be talking about taking that back.
I'm telling you. And what you gonna do then?
The only difference is the lesser of the evil. One of them gonna make it mandatory.
Most
One
of us
them
gonna take it. Most
See
of
what I'm
them
saying?
get most.
Trump gonna make it available.
Man,
Biden
for
is gonna
kids
make
to go
it.
to school,
Kamala
they
gonna
gotta
make
take
it
vaccines.
Mandatory, yeah, especially in
It's
our
a big difference.
communities.
It's a big
But you
difference.
gotta realize, man, most black people is taking vaccines right now anyway. Because
they
when you
don't
sending
research
it,
shit.
yeah, but when you sending your kids to school, they saying, hey, your kids gotta be vaccinated before they go. So most of them is getting. It's a few conscious people out there that was doing the
You gotta forge
exemption.
the paperwork just like the Latinos do.
No, you don't have to
You
forge
know what I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah, yes you do. That's how you get around it.
No, listen.
If my kid don't need it, ain't had all them polio
Hey.
shits and all that.
When my kids was
Ain't
going to
ever had.
public schools, there's a thing. There's a religious exemption form
Yeah, that's
that
what
you
I'm
can fill out to keep your kids from taking the vaccines. Now they didn't pass laws in a lot of states to put more requirements on the religious exemption thing, but you can still with the little sliver of the law, you can still exempt your kids from those vaccines. But they're gonna make you jump through a couple more hoops to do it now. But you can still do it. But a lot of black folks, they just tell them you gotta do it.
Well, how religious most
And they
black folks
do.
is, that should be easy to prove.
Yeah, but a lot of these
Bring
niggas
their little
is,
pants
Yeah, just live yourself in church.
They ain't gotta take no
But you're right though. There are ways around it. There are ways around it.
yeah, and the Bill Gates has already told you that they use the vaccines to wipe people off the earth. There's too many people on the earth. And the first thing that came out of his mouth, the solution to overpopulation was vaccine.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what me and my wife we were talking about. We were watching that damn what's the Will Smith movie?
Which one?
Where it was the end of the world.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah, you see that they were trying to find the cure to cancer, and they created a vaccine because cancer was spreading rapidly. They created a vaccine, and look what they have. You know what I'm saying? You never know what it could be, bro. We could, you know, get the vaccine, and you know.
And so y'all were talking.
You know what I'm
less
saying?
than
We walking
2
dead
years,
in
right?
this one way.
So if Trump is telling you hydrochloroquine already been the one, the black doctor already told you that's what we should have been using. That's what other countries is using, right? The hydrochloroquine.
Yeah.
But then you got WHO, you got Bill Gates, you got the others, the CDC. They're talking about no. You know, Dr. Fauci with his indicted ass, they're all like, no, take this other shit we done came up with. You see what I'm saying? They might go to the point where they might cross each other out. Why? Because the COVID shit been hijacked anyway. We about to find out January anyway what it is. November gonna give us an indication. January is about to be the real backbreaker. We about to find out what's really going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
Man,
lying.
they gonna stretch this shit out.
Somebody lying, and we about to find out real soon.
Yeah, but they about to stretch this shit. COVID is about to be around for a minute. They about to stretch
It all
this shit.
depends which angle you're looking at.
But they gonna stretch this shit out as long as they can.
But
Believe that.
that's what I'm saying though. We still have
Whether it's real or
we
not.
have to be factual. And that's what I'm saying. We
Whether
can't even
it's
deal with
real
it. We
or
can't
not.
deal with COVID because don't nobody know how real it is. We don't know who.
People in
who's
Africa still ain't getting COVID.
That's what I'm saying. We can't
Really?
believe the numbers
The science are back.
that there's 200,000 dead people in the United States off of COVID.
But
Right?
we said
let's fuck COVID. Let's
But we
let's see
said
what it's
that
being
when it
used
first
for.
started.
But it's being
on
used
this
for.
show.
But
We
what
said that when
Y'all check out the past episodes, bro.
Yeah, when the COVID first happened, we told you about this shit. When it first happened, black people was not getting this shit, dying from it. We still ain't.
Mhm.
They gotta concoct shit and all kind of like playing with statistics and stuff to make black people.
That's what I'm saying. Now look at the back end point.
Yeah.
The militant side, the tribunal, the indictments. That's all that's left. That's factual. If somebody in the background is getting in trouble for some really dumb shit right now,
Melly
and it's
said,
globally.
Melly said, watch Russia. We were just
See,
me and my wife were just
What did we just say?
talking about that.
It's globally, right?
China too.
You know, they done blew a nuke, put a hole in Lebanon on the ocean front, knocked a hole out that thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't no old fertilizer sitting out there. Ain't got nothing to do with that, no fireworks and stuff.
That's what I was
They
like,
are
fertilizer,
literally
bro?
demolishing
We
areas
stupid, man.
that ain't conforming to the plan. Like they're literally, they're actually tearing these areas up. So what I'm saying is when we come out of this, whoever wins in November, whatever the hell that's about to be, by January, we're gonna know what's going on, how real COVID is, if these numbers is real. Because what happens is they have to reveal the shit. It's a whole new regime coming in. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole new year. You can't just sit on COVID another year and motherfuckers sit back, nigga. We didn't research it. We know now it ain't what you said it was.
Bro, they're about to, it don't matter what the research and what all of that they say. It's like 9/11, man. They didn't stretch 9/11, all of the policies and stuff that they instituted 19 years ago
But I'm saying
is still in
but
play to
that
this day.
regime is going to jail, bro. All those people associated with all that, them people ain't
But
gonna
they-
be around no
But
more.
bro, they didn't go to
This ain't
Bush,
net-
Cheney,
bro.
Wolfowitz. None of them cats went to jail.
They are now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That regime ain't gonna be around no more. That thought process and that ideology is done for.
Okay, but okay.
You tell me the last time you seen the Bushes. You tell me the last time you seen the Obamas in person. If you ain't ever met these people, how do y'all not know that these people are still alive? I still yet to see y'all pull up the military tribunal list. Like this ain't out there on the internet. Like this is stuff you can literally crank up and go pull this paperwork.
Okay, but then
These people are
I'm talking-
indicted, bro.
What I'm talking about
So,
is
9/11
them taking. No, but listen.
Yeah, but they can't
What I'm
hijack
talking
something
about-
if those bad people aren't around to help hijack it. We're dealing with a nigga who doesn't owe nobody no favors, which is Trump. He ain't getting paid as a president. He funded his own presidency. He don't owe nobody no favor. That's why he firing niggas left and right. You gotta go. You get the hell out. You come in, right? So if COVID is fake and it's been hijacked to crush the cabal, because all the bullshit previously, like 9/11 bullshit, and all those people are eradicated and out the way, and we go back to some
But
new
it,
shit.
But
You
this
can't.
is
How do
what I'm
you
saying.
extort
it ain't
COVID?
about them.
How you
it ain't
extort it,
about
though?
It ain't about these particular group of crooked people.
It is.
They
Because they're the
all
one who
fucking
implemented
crooked.
the war programs and all the things
But
to make
listen, this is what I'm
9/11 go
saying.
through, right, bro?
This is what I'm saying. They all fucking crooked, and they all gonna take this COVID shit, no matter who the president is, and they're gonna extend the policies that they can put forth right now.
But all the
They're gonna-
policies are actually good. So there's no bad policies coming out of this right now. You
think-
find me one bad policy. There are no policy to say we have to take a vaccine because there is not one. They already said hydrochloroquine is what we should take, and the people who we supposed to follow said no.
Listen,
Trump, the only nigga like, bro, take the hydrochloroquine. That's
Okay.
it. We're done.
we talking about apples and oranges. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about them taking this
You know
situation,
what I'm saying?
this
How they
crisis. Hold
can't.
on, listen.
They can't.
They doing it
No,
right now. They are
but they're
doing it.
using it because it didn't work.
But
bro.
they're doing it right now. All of the social distancing, all of the remote learning, all of the
They don't
virtual,
want, it's all about
all
the
of the
kids.
virtual-
They don't want nobody around these kids right now.
but all of the
That's what I'm
virtual,
trying to tell you.
all of the virtual shit that will be extended
For
into
the
the
kids,
future.
not for
You're
nothing
not
bad
gonna
though.
go.
Not for
Listen,
nothing bad,
next
though.
year, the year after that, you are not gonna go to a Chris Brown concert with 20,000 people in the arena.
Yeah, because people like Chris Brown aren't going to be allowed to
Thank you. After
perform.
400 years,
like
thank
that.
you, bro.
Does that make sense? What you're saying is right, but it's for all the right reasons. It's not for so we can go over here and lock down oil in this country, so that we can go over here and steal stuff over here in this country. It's for all the global babies. It's for babies, bro. So 6 feet, no flying your planes. You ain't going to no islands. Ain't no international travel. Yeah, bro, because they've been stealing kids for too fucking long, and there's a group of people who are just fucking fed up and tired of it, and they happen to be half of them happen to be military officials. So they took over this shit. So the politics that we're watching right now ain't even really been ran by the politicians. It's ran by the military right now. That's why the bar shit is such a big deal. It's bigger than what people are saying. So you can't use COVID in the future to extend no fucked up policies for the people, because COVID is being used against the fucked up people to protect the babies and bring back the jobs and the economy, because that's the only proof we got right now. That's it. Ain't no president ever just signed us no money over.
Thank you,
Just
brother Adrian Taylor. I'm sorry. I'm just
I'm just being real, bro. We can't talk about opinions and what we think is going on. We have to literally
No,
just
but
present
you
these
see
people the
what's
facts.
going on.
It ain't about seeing, it's about what's
Listen,
real.
bro, let me give you an example.
It's about being real, bro.
Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. The day after 9/11, when you went to the airport, you had to take off your shoes, take off your belt, do all of that shit. And now ain't nobody even talking about Islamic terror, and the motherfuckers not scared to fly on airplanes no more, and nothing. But when you go to the airport, you still gotta take off your shoes and your belt. Now they got the technology to where you just walk into a machine, a door spins like this, and they look at your whole body fucking naked. You done gave up your whole Fourth Amendment rights. This is what I'm talking about. Something that happened in 9/11, a tragedy. They've been able to take that tragedy and extend the policies for another 20 years. And they're gonna do the same thing with COVID. I don't give a fuck who go to jail or who they gobbled up babies or whatever.
You gotta give a fuck, bro. 'Cause everything
I don't
you're
mean-
saying is attached to the people.
Hold up.
Is
I
attached to
don't
the
mean I
people who
don't
ain't
give a
done,
fuck.
ain't even in
Hold
charge.
I'm not
Bro.
saying that I don't give a fuck
No.
about
No,
little
bro.
kids.
We're gonna always
being
bump heads
abused.
on that then. If that's
No, I'm not saying that I don't give a fuck about little kids being abused, but I'm saying I don't give a fuck what they are doing at this present time. They are going to use COVID for the next fucking 50, 100 years or whatever. Just like they used the Cold War. They wasn't even fighting Russia no more.
Yeah,
but
but
they
see, all
still
of that
got
shit was
violence.
but we're saying all that
shit. How about
Bro,
play?
This is the first time these things ain't been implemented by some evil motherfuckers, right?
Polio ain't been
You understand
around
what I'm saying,
since the
Justin?
50s, but they still make people get a polio shot.
I get that, bro, but I'm saying this is the first time in
This
world,
shit
this
is
is
not
world
going
history.
away.
This ain't no United States stuff.
Donald
So
Trump ain't-
let's not just think
But
about this
Donald
being
Trump
just
is
US,
not
right?
gonna. Donald Trump is not gonna restore civilization.
We're not saying about him restoring civilization, but he's the first person to even do a world executive order. First off. So if we're gonna talk about this shit, bro, talk about the real shit that's actually tangible. You can get online and look and read. Just like 18673, Obama taking all your shit if we go into fucking martial law.
And that happened from 9/11.
So that exactly.
That
'Cause
happened from-
look who was in charge.
That happened in 9/11.
So what happens if all that stuff gets eradicated? So ain't no more
The
1911
reason
funds.
why
Ain't
they
no
can take your shit and do all of that is because of the
That's it.
National Security Act.
right. Same thing with the NFL shit,
That
right?
happened in the
All that's because of 9/11. Okay, do you remember NFL before 9/11? They didn't show you the anthem. Military's paying the NFL for that. So I'm saying it's a big ploy. We get that, ran by the people who just fucked everything
And that's
up.
what I mean by
But when
the
I say-
policies that
now
was created by the actual.
Now, when those policies are done and over with,
people that even made it.
okay, and I'm talking to tell you,
We
a
live
lot of them-
under, man,
a lot of those policies have been
living
ready
under
to
shit.
end.
But we living
that.
under policies right now
Right.
that Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon,
Right.
Gerald Ford,
CIA,
these
NSA,
motherfuckers is dead.
NCIS. Yeah, but their
And
systems are
these
still in
mother-
play, right?
Yeah, these
Oh,
motherfuckers
Melly
never
was
went to
put in
jail.
there.
FBI, right?
Jail.
Billy just put
They're
in
not
there,
gonna put him-
National Treasuries, right?
But they're not
Robert-
putting Hillary Clinton in jail, bro.
Bro,
They're not gonna put Obama in jail.
why not?
That's a fucking pipe.
It said comment
They're
just
not.
hit Nigeria.
Well, I just put it like this, bro.
They're not putting none of them people in jail.
We're gonna
We
find
go
out.
hard on
We
here,
about to
Bob.
find- we about to find
We go
out.
hard.
If you don't know them and you don't know where these niggas live, you don't know where these people is at, bro. If you don't know what CGI clones and all that shit is about, bro, they make movies with people on it. That you don't, that's still, that's dead to this day, right?
They passed.
My thing is, there's 8 whatever billion people in the world. If we do not know these people personally, just because they're on a TV show, we don't know that these people really fucking exist. We don't know nothing's going on.
Bro,
If it's really all this COVID,
after Watergate, the Congress passed the law that you cannot put no motherfucking president in prison.
what are you
I
talking
don't
about?
give a fuck.
Treason trumps all of that.
I don't.
When
give
is the
a-
last time somebody's been caught for treason though?
Bro?
Without everybody being
Bro,
included. Think about that.
Listen what I'm saying.
See, you got to be able to answer a question too, bro.
Bro.
You made a point, but when is somebody
Bro.
been caught for treason though?
The last people to get executed for treason in this country was the Rosenbergs.
Okay.
In 1950.
So now there's
They
somebody
wasn't
in
the
office.
president.
There's somebody in office
They
who's
weren't
going
the
to
president.
actually use that act.
Bro,
What's wrong with that?
you cannot prosecute jail a president in office or after he
Bro,
get
if you
out.
commit treason, you get killed.
Listen, bro.
Yes or no?
Obama committed treason. He
Okay.
did nobody kill him.
How do you know?
He did.
How do you know though?
I know.
George
just-
Bush Sr. just got killed.
bro.
John McCain just got killed. John Lewis just got laid down.
Niggas died.
Bro, that's what they're telling you, but on paper, that's not what's on their paperwork. You go type their paperwork like we did, and I'm trying to tell you,
See,
bro,
that's
go
why
look at it.
That's why this
No.
brother's the black ops.
You're listening,
This
but
brother's
you're
black
you're
ops
listening to
general.
the media, and I'm telling you, I take what the media says, I take that research,
Why would
and
they
then I
have
go
to-
back
Man,
and
why
go.
would they have to kill a 94-year-old Peckerwood that can't
What
even
you mean?
walk?
That doesn't expire. It's like murder. Why would they go back? Why would they kill Tukey? Why would they kill any nigga who got
But you
caught
know
late?
they
Why would they
killed
go
Tukey.
back? Why are they still looking for Asada Shakur and gonna kill her when they find her? Why?
Bro.
Because that's how the law is written, right?
Ain't
So
nobody
treason
killed
ain't no
George
way,
Bush
bro.
Sr.
Acts against humanity. Just go look at their
Charlie
charges, bro.
said Trump committed
Look
treason
at
with
their-
Putin and his children.
Yeah, he
On
committed-
paper, he has to be charged. I'm talking about these people have already been charged. If you want to wait for to watch or go look at their
Obama
charge
killed
paperwork,
American citizens.
there ain't no
That's
paperwork
treason.
on Trump committing or being charged. You're talking about
Bro,
it being brought up in the media.
Obama
This-
killed
Melanie
American
Queen.
citizens on foreign soil.
Bro, and
That's
how do you know
treason.
he's not in court for that shit and he already been to court for it and been tried? How do you
What,
know that?
What court? What's
It's called the military tribunal. It's out of the Fed's hands right now. You can't be tried for a military act by a federal entity, bro. It's called a military tribunal for a reason. That's why Trump has to shut the fuck up. And he keeps coding and talking shit to everybody. He can't just blow the bag open, bro. Just like you can't talk about a federal
Man,
indictment,
Michelle-
right? Can you talk about a federal indictment? If I interview you, say, bro, I need to ask you about your federal indictment. Say, bro, I'm going through an indictment right now.
Man, Michelle Obama was just on the patio.
You know, the Michelle Obama that they want you to see.
LaBelle and Gladys Knight.
The Michelle Obama they want you to see, bro.
Why do you
So if I show you
say
a picture of 2 Johnny Depp and 2 Rihanna's and 2 Beyonce's out of their stunt doubles, right? For all their stuff that they do in videos and stuff like that. You gotta remember, every politician has a stunt double, 2, 3, or 4, bro. That's part of what they sign up for. It's part of the Secret Service. You have to have stunt doubles, bro. Just think about that.
And that's what a lot of people don't believe, man. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know about that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
They just
Yes,
CGI
I
Paul
remember I
Walker
saw the
and Fast
fool.
and Furious, right?
I saw the
He was
fool
dead
on
in the first 20 minutes. He's already dead.
what's the dude on Vlad TV? And he was a little rapper. This fool talking about that he was a clone. He gave his clone number and all the little rap.
XXX people.
No,
XX
not-
Extension's people is his
Yeah,
first.
his people. Yeah. What's his name?
Do he have like pink
Clone
hair or something
Aid.
like
Yeah,
that?
Clone is
yeah,
the company that
his
this is
name,
from, Clone Aid.
yeah, this dude said he was a clone, man, and he kind of talked like kind of robotic. So you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe a lot of
Sharif ain't
what
wrong.
you hear
Everything he's
is-
saying is
you
real.
know
They
what I'm
gonna use
saying?
these things and stretch them, but I'm saying when the wrong people on both sides are there, yes, they can stretch these things. But this is the
Flip that
first
shit
time in
around.
world history that a lot of those world leaders can't work together no more. They're not empowered. Look how the 200,000 CEOs. These are stuff that we know for a fact, bro.
Yeah.
When has ever 200,000 CEOs of top 500 Fortune companies stepped down?
Yeah, we gotta close this out.
Something's going on that's bigger than that we ain't never seen before. And if this is the
That's
man
right.
that's leading this shit, we gotta sit back and watch this movie unfold real quick.
So y'all stay tuned. We got more. Our camera's about to cut off because we've been going too long. we go in. So give it up to the Mile High fans.
Spirit
You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. We love y'all, and we love to keep this news coming because you're not gonna get it nowhere else. You know, and everywhere else that you do
Look,
get it.
Melanie Queen, Bill Gates has been charged. I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's a lot of people that's been
Oh, yeah.
charged. They're allowing
Oh, yeah.
some people to still do interviews and be on TV. They're on green screen. They're under federal guard right now, which means somebody's outside their house, out in their room. They can't do shit. House arrest. There's a lot of ways they got these people suppressed. All I'm saying is go look it up, bro. Like,
That's right.
it's real.
Do your research. Everything we do, we're not saying everything is set in stone. Go do your research and come back and tell us what you think.
affect our lives forever.
It's real talk. So, thank y'all again for tuning in. You know, like I said, we're sorry for last week. We had some technical difficulties. So we made it up this week. We love y'all. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe our YouTube family. Go on and click the like button and subscribe. You know, get notified when some real ones is on. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure that y'all look out. We got the we got a lot of stuff coming up from Mile High News. We got a lot of stuff coming up from Unity Community. So peace, love, and black empowerment.
New merch coming.
New merch coming. We're gonna be doing the commercials and everything for us. Y'all watch out for that. We love y'all, fam. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Sure, I gotta get your number so I can send you some stuff.
Bro, you can't send me no stuff about those